And we are live. Hello. It's nice
Ho,
to be here
ho,
again.
ho!
Hello.
We've got a lot
Hi
of friends with
guys.
us. A
Good
lot of
evening,
festive
everybody.
friends.
All the way from New Zealand, our friend and mentor and supporter, Nigel. What's going on, Nigel?
Going on. It's surfing's going on. Warm weather's going on from down under. Hello from the bottom of the world.
You do sound like you're from far away.
Yeah, it sounds very far
Really?
away.
How are you guys?
Vitaliano, Isabella, welcome to the show tonight.
Thank you,
Thank
Fabio.
you guys.
We're very happy
Thank
to
you for
have you
having
with
us.
us tonight to share part of your journey with the whole community. Of course, we're doing this show together with my friend and partner Jason, who we've been organizing the D2 for 10 years now, 11 years actually. My God, how much
Yeah,
time has
crazy.
passed. And this Christmas
Crazy
show,
time.
for those who are watching from home and have no idea what to expect, is just a way for us to get together and celebrate yet again our community with people from different walk of lives sharing their stories so that we can give as a little gift to everybody listening from home a little bit of inspiration so that people can also find their way, but also to it's a way for us to get together and wish each other Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and spend some time together because otherwise we might not get the chance to do that otherwise. Jason, am I forgetting anything?
No, it sounds perfect.
Are you on
Sorry, I
mute?
was I was muted. Yeah, sorry. No,
Okay.
it sounds perfect. I think it was exactly what I would have said.
I hope that there is audio and that people can hear us from home because this was a beautiful speech.
It was really good. Yeah.
I'm,
No, it
I'm singing
sounds it
my
sounds
own
perfect.
praise.
Yeah, audio's
Let me.
working. I've just checked. It's working.
Okay. And there are people watching.
Hmm.
Let's take a look.
A few. It'll some more will trickle in.
Okay, yes. Welcome everybody. Leave a comment. Let us know, where you're watching from. Rama,
I hope
hello.
people are wearing
Tedesco
their
3D,
Christmas
hi from
jumpers.
south of Brazil. So yeah, people are tuning in. Okay, this is amazing. Okay, Nigel, thanks a lot really for joining us. It's only 6 o'clock for you in the morning, in New Zealand, but you're
Breakfast with
one of the lucky
friends.
ones. Huh?
What better way to start the day?
Exactly. And then afterwards, you're just gonna go straight into the sea surfing. So,
Look, check it out. Look, I've got. Oh, look, I'm floating. Woo. I've got to spread some Christmas spirit when in this country. That's what I'm doing. Close
Yeah.
out everything. They're all bar humbug at the moment, so
Yeah.
we need to get them in the mood.
Guys, so tonight we wanna share with you a little bit the short but intense story and journey of Vitaliano and Isabella. They've actually already presented at the 3D London, which is the event that we often partner up with, and we try and work together to support each other in name of the community. Nigel being the one of the main organizers of the event. We heard that this was a beautiful presentation, and we thought, okay, why don't we lend our platform to the friends of D2 to see what Vitaliano and Isabella have to share with the community. So, Jason, do they have the right to share their screen? Can they get the?
Should be fine. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
mute myself, and if you guys need anything, I'm gonna be here watching your presentation. After the presentation, we're gonna have a quick chat, and then we're gonna wish each other Merry Christmas. Tomorrow and the day after, we still have 2 other meetings with the guys from Narrative tomorrow, and from the guys of Archviz Artist, Agnieszka and Adam, that and we're gonna do the grand closing of this little 3 days show. But anyway, I'm gonna mute myself and hide myself. Jason, give the stage to the guys, and let's enjoy this presentation.
Yeah, please go ahead, and I'm here, so I'll be checking, make sure everything's running properly. Okay, just let me know if you need something.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for the beautiful presentation you said, Fabio, about the 3D London. Now we are literally under pressure.
Yeah, you put
But-
us under pressure, but it's fine.
We try to do our best even today. So let's share the screen, and we're gonna start with our presentation, which is based about our personal projects and our, let's say, point of view about 3D stuff in general. Can you see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Can you just... Yes, perfect. So... Okay. Okay, I think we can go.
Okay, guys, thank you everyone for being with us and for listening us. Yeah, first of all, we want to thank you, of course, for giving us the opportunity to share a bit of our personal project and to tell about our path in the world of 3D visualization. As some of you know, we are Isabella and Vitaliano, and we are in this field for around 2 years. Let's say 3 years now. Because we started as architects. So we joined this world just a bit lately in 2021. And now we work as 3D artists, me at Recent Spaces and Vita at the Boundary in London. So we have a similar background because we are both Italian. We are from the south of Italy. I'm from Palermo and Vita is from Catanzaro. And as I said, we both graduated in architecture. So we had, at the beginning, some experiences as architects, but we really didn't like them. No, we were a bit disappointed about the world of architecture, mostly because we had to manage all the time with bureaucratic or technical issues, and we really prefer to express our creativity in another way. So at the age of 30 years old, we decided to change completely our lives and to restart almost from zero, individually in that moment, because we still didn't know each other.
Yeah. Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here today in this D2 Christmas online event. And thank you, Fabio and Jason, for inviting us. And as Isabella already said, after our first post-graduation work experiences, even at the time we still didn't know each other. We experienced very similar situation in which the expectation we had in the world of work as architects were a little bit disappointing, especially considering the creative point of view. And in particular, during the architecture university, we had often heard that an architect must be a visionary. So which means the one who is able to combine the technical side with the emotional one. And for example, one of the most famous architects of the history, like Le Corbusier, said that construction is for holding up and architecture is about giving emotion. So, well, let's say in my past experiences as an architect, it was difficult to release this creative emotional aspect into the project for different reasons, as the ones is already told. And so at that time, to find an artistic and creative way of expression was my main priority. So continuing in the timeline, in a certain period, we're speaking of 2021, me and Isabella decided to join the Master in Digital Architecture, MADI, in Venice, and there we discovered the beauty of the 3D field and learned the 3D tools in order to finally allow ourselves to express our personal sensitivity in the architectural visualization. I'm specifying this emotional aspect several times because for someone, 3D still means only, let's say, rendering something or pressing button, but like a sterile assembly process. But in reality, the digital world is much, much more than that. And first of all, it's an artistic expression which allow you to range across countless fields, from product to automotive, from pure modeling to landscaping, from the creation of real estate or competition image to the digital artworks. So basically, let's say the application of 3D are endless, but they are all connected by the creative expressions of those who create them. And this is why, for example, if you take to 3D artists and ask them to do exactly the same thing, the result will never be identical. And this is precisely the beauty of this work and what should be preserved the most from, let's say, capitalist homologation in a world that try day by day to push more and more in a mechanization direction. So let's say, in my opinion, quality is not a combination of speed and process standardization, but instead is a flow of creativity and expressive freedom, obviously within a certain period of time, we know, and the famous lovely deadlines. But going back to Madi, in 2021, I decided to choose the master in digital architecture in Venice, and this was a great choice of my life, professionally speaking, but also personally, because I met Isabella there, and in a short time we became close friends. And so since then, and in a unique empty Venice affected by the pandemic, we lived there for almost 1 year, discovering, studying, and becoming very passionate about the 3D world. And there, let's say, we finally found a way to release our creative side into our work. And a funny story is that one day I was so enthusiastic about my friendship with Isabella. So at some point I made a post, an Instagram post, declaring that true friendship between men and women exists, which at that time was true. But then a few months later, the end of the Madi, we became a couple. So guys, going on, this is a selection of images we made during Madi. My part is the left one and Isabella part is the right one. In my case, learning how to create 3D scenes, it wasn't just something related to the world of work, but above all, I discovered a passion. This is because everyone can potentially express creativity, sensitivity, and emotion in their 3D scenarios. For example, during Madi, being a nature lover and also considering how much the pandemic forced us to stay at home, my reaction was to recreate natural scenarios in which I immersed and identified myself. For example, this is the first image I made during Madi, symbiosis in tune with nature. And this one, it wasn't just a way of experimenting with some 3D tools like Corona Volume, Forest Pack, etc. But above all, it was my desire to recreate a natural scenario in which people and nature are connected, like the explorer on the right, which is almost camouflage itself in the dense forest. I can zoom to show you, for example, because it's not visible. It's not so visible, it's camouflage, as I said, with the forest. And there is also a stronger relationship between the natural light and the architecture, which seem, let's say, to enjoy it. Then, in waiting for between ops and trims, the MADI's task was to take an existing architecture as a reference and from the various possibilities provided and try to recreate them in 3D. Also using the 3D modeling skill learned up to that point. In this case, for example, I decided to challenge myself by trying modeling the almost organic shape of the architecture house in the landscape, designed by Nico Architects and Arcstulon, and inspired by Basilic Curtin photo, which was my reference. So using the art surface modeling technique, I model all the architecture, the artscape, and then I use the forest pack for the vegetation.
How much would you want for the whole
When I
table?
finished and shared this image on the web, with my surprise, but also satisfaction, let's say, this image was selected in the top 10 at the CG Awards 2021 in the student category. And the choice to create this image, as in the previous one, Symbiosis, was once again to the desire of representing the relationship between architecture and nature. For the next one, finally, in this case, before to decide of attending the MADI Master, I tried, let's say, to test a bit the 3D field. So I purchased a Ciro Sannino course in car modeling held by Hector Suriel, in which I learned step by step many tricks in 3D modeling using the art surface modeling technique. So from scratch and without any previous experience, I was therefore able to model this Ferrari FXXK, which is a nice car for sure, but with articulated shapes. And after this experience, I then realized that I was also enjoying a lot the 3D modeling. So overall, I enjoyed a lot this path and experience. So now, Isabella part about the MADI experience.
Yeah, for me, the experience of MADI was fantastic. It literally turned my life upside down, changed everything. And I can say it's not just for the technical side, because of course, starting as architect, we had to learn almost from zero the basics of many software we use for our work. But mostly because we discovered how to express our creativity and our ideas through the 3D for the first time in our life. And for example, during my path as student, I discovered I really prefer the full 3D approach. So I use Photoshop, but just for color correction most of the time. And yeah, I really like the photorealism. That's why I try always to use a photographic reference that can be just an input, a starting point for the composition or for the lighting or for the storytelling, or can be an important reference I try to replicate faithfully in 3D. This is a selection of images made during the master and also after during my internship. And in this selection, I've chosen 3 that I think represent my path during the master because of the relationship with the photographic reference. The first one is Ugly House, and it is basically the first image made during the master. So the first approach to the architectural visualization from modeling to rendering. The exercise was that of replicating a photo, an existing photo made by Pablo Blanco of this architecture, which is Ugly House. And so in this case, the reference was important. But at the end of the process, of course, we could change something. I changed a bit the lighting, and also I changed the composition in many ways. Then the second reference I've chosen is for this image that is Wake Up. It's a photography of Simon Menges of this beautiful architecture of Chipperfield, the Novartis laboratory building. in this case, I used the photographic reference in a different way because I imagined a story behind the photo, which is a simple story, just a winter, gray, rainy morning where people rush to go to work. And then again, a third image is summertime. Also in this case, I use a photographic reference, but just as basis for my composition, because all the rest, from lighting to the storytelling, is completely different. Yeah, the story, also in this case, is very simple. It's just a chilling out summertime afternoon with this emblematic red snail that some way represents the slowness of a very hot summertime afternoon. And so I want to say that I am very fond of this image because it is, I think, the one that has affected the most my path. Because thanks to this image, I won one of the internal competition of the master, and I had the opportunity to go to Berlin for a 6-month internship at Bloom Images. And in that period, I also, thanks to this image, I was selected in the top 5 CG Awards student category in 2021. So I think is the luckiest image I've done so far. And also, after these events, I was hired by Rising Spaces in London. So I like to think that is also for this image that today I am here. Yeah, today I would like to show you 2 personal projects made between 2022 and 2023 that have some topics in common. The background topic is that of the lack of time, basically, and of the speedy and very frenzied society in which we live. Also, for the way I express my story, I use the same technique, which is that of putting images in sequences to tell a story. The first project is Timeless and is a modified version of my work thesis. Yeah, in this case, I started with the 2 main references, one from literature, which is a short story, of a Sicilian author. And the second one is the photography of Cristobal Palma of the house, which is an house, an architecture in Chile. And I really like the story that I try to reproduce in this image, which is a story of an artist who has to complete a job in just one day, an important work in just one day. And so she finds refuge in their house where she spent her childhood, surrounded by her memories and their toys, in order to find inspiration. And since I found many aspects in common with my life in that story, I decided to scan some of my childhood objects and toys in order to bring something of myself into the scene. So technically speaking, I, of course, mainly use 3ds Max, Corona Render, and Photoshop. But for the photo scanning, I use the powerful software 3D Zephyr in combination with the Lightroom at the beginning of the process to improve the photos I've taken during that period. And 3D and also ZBrush at the end of the process to improve the scanned model that sometimes are not very smooth, and also the topology needs to be improved. The second project is Little Things. And yeah, the topic is that of the slow living, of the human need to slow down and to give importance to the breaks in the frenzy of our world in order to enjoy the little pleasures of our life. So, like in the preview project, the objects are very important to explain the storytelling. The inanimate object, like the book or the food or the bike that you will see in the next slide, are just example to tell not just a story, but to explain a state of mind, which is the human need of slowness, of calm, of relaxation. So the architecture in this case, which is a living room seen from the inside or the outside, is basically just a container, because the composition, the choice of lighting, but also the choice of the depth of field, everything is designed to emphasize the heroes, the true heroes of this story, which are the inanimate object. And now I leave the word to Vita, who will talk about a very nice project.
Let's see. So, guys, from my side, today I will show you my main personal project that I made so far, which is London Life. And London Life represents the synthesis of almost all the technical and the artistic experimentation that I have done over the last 1.5 years. In this work, I have also tried to include some reflection for thought based on my personal experience here in London, started about 2 years ago. So basically, it's not just something to experiment and learn, but also to leave a message. Let's see, in full screen. Okay. Yeah. No, there is no sound. There is no sound. Yeah. No, thank you. Because I'm gonna speak on top of it, and then there will be the sound in the final part. So London Life, which is this project, was born with the idea of representing the iconic and emotional scenario of the. Sorry. Okay. Was born with the idea of representing the iconic and emotional scenario of and mood of the city of London, like the overcast sky and the rain, the iconic red buses, the busy tube, the beautiful and romantic parks like St. James Park, and the lesser-known neighborhood, but still very particular as well, as St. Thames, close to London Bridge. And in consideration to the technical experimentation, thanks to this personal project, I had the opportunity to learn new software, plugins and scripts like Tyflow for droplets falling along the windows, Anima for animating 3D people, Grow Effect to animate and loop all the trees in the scene, Phoenix FD for simulating the liquid and the smoke generated by the movement of the teapot, and once again for generating the smoke over the little chimneys in St. Thames. And of course, 3ds Max and Corona are the basic used software. About the choice of the cinematograph, let's say that improving my skill in animation allowed me to feel myself more confident with the cinematograph, which is the technique I like the most so far in order to express the emotions. And indeed, I'm really fascinated by cinematograph because I consider them as still in which the emotional component can be exponentially increased simply through an animated movement, for example. And in my opinion, the addition of the environment sound completes the feeling. And you will see in the film, in the short film at the end of this presentation. So finally, I would like to talk also about the artistic and emotional aspects, and in particular about the topic I essentially reflected on. And the message is that all of us should face how to slow down our life in order in order to slow down, to pause from the constant frenzy, and in that sense, to avoid living in a mechanical way, where, let's say, each day is almost the same of the other one, but allow ourselves spaces of emptiness, of reflection and pauses. And indeed, it's the moment of silence, calm, and relaxation that allow us to look inside ourselves, to have new ideas, or to enjoy hobbies and passions in order to have a more balanced life. And I believe that this has a good impact also for the productivity, that unfortunately sometimes seems to be the only goal in our life. And so now, as the last part of my presentation, I just want to mention and thanks the International Archivists Contest 2023, organized by Batra, Beyond Studio, and in partnership with the Transylvanian Architectural Biennale, for selecting this image, Suspended Time Shut Thames, which is part of London Life, as the first prize of the competition in the professional outside of Romania category. It was literally unexpected and but exciting. So guys, now it's time to share London Life with you, my personal short film. And I want to thank you again, Fabio and Jason, and everyone who is listening us. And I hope guys you will enjoy it.
This is the story of an ordinary person.
Can you hear the sound, guys? The music? Okay.
It sounds like it's coming through a speaker or something.
Yeah.
Did you, when you shared your screen, did you do check the thing that said, share audio and share video?
Maybe not.
If you go up to if you go up really quickly to the settings at the top, like on the Zoom.
Yeah. Sure.
If you look at those settings, there's one where it says something like, play audio and show. Let me see if I can find it. No, I can't see it because I'm not sharing, but. The other option is you could unshare and then share again, and when you do, at the very bottom of that panel, it has two options for sharing audio and optimize for video.
I'm gonna share again, maybe.
Yeah, it's on that screen. When you do the share, it's on that screen. It says share audio, share optimize for video.
Maybe yeah, I did it, I think.
Okay, let's try it again.
Yeah, sorry about that. Better?
This is the story of an ordinary person preparing to face another day.
Oh, what time is it? I feel so tired. Oh, I knew it. The bus is passing right now. Higher and tighter options than the tube.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, what a busy place. People are rushing in all directions.
Mind the gap.
Wait. Why all running too? Even on escalators. Instead it's a 2 every 2 minutes. Could it be that this continuous rush conditions us in a way that we are no longer able to stop, to rest completely and, above all, to look inside ourselves? I don't know, but I perceive a constant frenzy, distrust and dissatisfaction in these people around me. And the question is, why does this happen? Could it be that we are repressing everything that we really need? Where have all the dreams, passions and hopes that once lived within us gone? And if his life now forces us to follow this rapid and constant rhythm, isn't it true that the rhythm also requires breaks? It was only when I stopped that I realized what I really wanted. However, one question remains. Is the 10 we available short? Or are we the ones who want to speed it up? And for what? Are we still able to stop and appreciate beauty? Are we still capable of observing what surrounds us?
London life. Enjoy your journey.
That's it, guys.
Hey, thank you
very much.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, really, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Amazing.
much, guys, for having us.
Yeah, of course.
Can you? Sorry, I think I can hear you.
Can you hear us?
You can't hear me?
Give me a
Jason,
second.
can you hear me?
you,
I don't know what's
Jason.
going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going. Can you speak, guys?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, we can. I can hear you. Fabio, write him a message.
Yeah. Now we can hear you. Sorry.
Okay, you want to stop sharing so we can
Stop
have?
saying, guys.
Can you stop sharing now so we can see everyone on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I've got the weird view here. I've got just you guys. Oh, there we go. All right. But where am I? I'm missing show selfie. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Guys, thanks a lot. Thank you very
amazing.
much for doing this. Yes. I am extremely proud of the fact that, you guys were able to go through this journey in such a, seamlessly smooth way, right? But I'm also proud of the fact that you come from a place, the Madi, which has been a supporter of the D2, and we have supported them as well, because we worked together with them and we understood that they were trying to do the best thing for the students joining that course, and so we are very happy to see that people that are coming from that course, from that university, did manage to have a career that they're proud of and that they're happy with. And so, it sort of like solidifies the efforts that we're making in order to bring people together so that they can do the stuff that they actually care about. And so I'm just very happy to see testimonials of what I just tried to describe. But anyway, I just want to thank you again for being here with us, for presenting your work, and hopefully some other young people that are trying to do the same thing, they'll find inspiration in the words that you shared with us today, tonight, so that maybe they can also embark on a journey to become a 3D artist and work in the field of architecture visualization. And God knows, maybe find love. Because, that's ultimately
Yeah.
the big jackpot that everybody is after, right?
Like Nigel and his sweater.
Exactly.
Like me, what?
Like Nigel and your
I
sweater.
have a question.
That's love, yeah.
There you go. That's love, right?
It is, yeah.
Following
Just to conclude,
on what
thank
you said, you two have any? Sorry, can you hear me?
You're breaking up a
People are
bit,
overlapping.
Nigel.
Yeah. Go, Nigel.
Don't worry.
Go ahead.
Any advice for students to follow your path?
Nigel, sorry, can you repeat?
I'm breaking up. Don't worry.
No.
No.
Tell us. We wanna.
Do you have any advice for students to achieve what you have?
I think you wanna start. I think we both have an answer. So
perfect.
Go, no worries.
The advice for people who wanna start in maybe doing 3D stuff is to follow, in my opinion, is basically to follow their passion, because if they feel they have something inside that wanna release in maybe in a creative way, and they like maybe to do it with the 3D, or also other people is doing with the playing a musical instrument, or if you feel like you want to release something inside you, and you feel you're a creative person, my advice is to follow this feeling and to follow your passion. And in our case, I think was to join to study, to join MADI, to study 3D stuff, and then to have the possibility to also express, and that's why we do personal project, to express our way to see things, or just so basically my advice is follow your passion, and then everything will come at some point, will come to you.
I want to also add that from our personal experience, is good not to be scared of changing everything at the age of 30 or 40 years old. Never mind, because if you're not happy, it's better to change and just follow your dreams and follow your passion. That's my invite to everyone.
For example, we were a bit scared for sure of presenting here with you guys, but we also believe it's important to share, and we hope we can give from our little part, we can give you guys a bit of motivation or inspiration, because we got from other people as well in the past, and so we believe this is important, sharing passion and be connected, and that's what you guys do for a long time. So I think that's very important.
Do you enter the D2 challenges?
The D2 challenge.
Do you mean the...
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yes, very good. Okay. We only have speakers who enter the D2 challenges. From now on, that's a new rule. We appreciate that, though.
I have to say one more thing, because, I'm from the south of Italy as well. And so I know what it takes to find the strength inside of you to make a change, especially when you come from a place with such strong cultural background, where you have the pressure of your peers and parents and family and everybody, right? And so getting to a certain age, because in Italy being 30, it's already considered quite old, right? And thinking of having to make a shift and a switch in the career, I do think that it takes an extra little bit of courage, especially because of the values that we have. You know, we're very close to the family, and so their opinion matters. Having to make also the trip to go to another country in order to pursue your dreams, because you cannot have this career. You can, but it's not that easy to have that career, say, in Italy. You would have to go to Milano, which is pretty much like moving to London for somebody from Palermo or you said, Vitaliano, you're from Catanzaro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear it in the vibrating vocal cords of yours. But anyway, guys,
I will never lose it.
yeah, of course, but it's beautiful, you know. It's that and Duya, never lose it. But
Yeah.
guys, I really want to thank you again for being here with us. I want to wish you, your friends and family, happy holidays. You celebrate Christmas, so have a fantastic Christmas and New Year's. Nigel, you know, it's time for you to go out and surf. Jason, thanks a lot for organizing this, for putting up
I would love
this.
to see Nigel surfing with this sweater on, to be honest. I would watch that for an hour.
He's coming. I told him the same thing. I was like, do send me pictures of you surfing.
And he disappeared. He's like he's gonna reappear with the surfboard. Yeah, do it. Oh, you can't really
You cannot see it.
Yeah.
No, it's
Is
invisible.
it a
There you
green
go.
screen surfboard?
No, unbelievable. Anyway, maybe tomorrow I'll be on a surfboard.
All right.
I
Thanks,
tried
Nigel,
once
for joining
to
also.
I
Sorry.
tried once to surf myself, and I fell into the water and created a tsunami.
For other surfers.
For other
To surf
surfers.
on.
The
Yeah,
Fabio
thank you.
wave pool.
Sorry. Thanks to you two for joining and sharing. Also wanted to say that, and Nigel also for being here. Thanks. Okay, are we done?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You guys want to stick around for a minute? We'll end the stream and then we can say goodbye properly, okay?
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you,
Ciao.
everybody.
Thank you.